Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm gonna go over how I got my 2-year-old to wean off of breastfeeding. So I decided to go with a gradual approach because breastfeeding was something really special that we shared. For 2 years, I was able to have incredible, intimate bonding time with my son multiple times through the day, and so I didn't want to just take that away all of a sudden. I would say probably over the last close to a year, Junior has taken to breastfeeding as more of a pacifier and a means of comfort. He would breastfeed pretty regularly when we got home from school. It was kind of a way that he would relax and unwind after getting home. We would also breastfeed right before bedtime, and then again when we first got up in the morning. When I was with him on the weekend, pretty much around the clock, he would breastfeed on demand whenever he wanted to. So that included before nap time. So I wanted to go about it pretty slow, not just for him, but for me too, because I knew I was going to be kind of emotional. So my recommendations would be definitely make sure that you are ready and that you can stick with it through the process. I like explaining things to Junior, like the why and the process. So before we even started, leading up to the day, I would kind of just mention it to him like, okay baby, pretty soon we're gonna stop milkies because we don't need them anymore. So I would like kind of reiterate that every day, and even during the process I would say, okay baby, remember, no more milkies. And eventually he kind of understood and agreed when I would say it. It's not absolutely necessary, but if you do have some sort of support system, whether it be a partner or a family member that can help take the child away from you, that really helps, just as an alternate person so that they're not constantly seeking the breast. One thing that I found I really needed to do was have a morning routine in place. So our typical morning routine would be if he woke up, I would go get him, bring him back to my bed, and we would sit there and breastfeed and kind of doze on and off before it was time to get up. So make a plan to be up 15 to 20 minutes before your baby wakes up, and make sure that you have pretty much everything ready to go for the day. So by the time Junior woke up, he realized, oh wow, maybe I overslept because mom's up and it's time to go. So he wasn't looking for that bedtime cuddle time, and that really helped cut out the morning breastfeeding. Have substitutions ready. At times Junior would accept them, and sometimes he just didn't. So I use Ripple milk. It's a pea protein milk, and he really likes when I use the frother on my coffee maker. So I would get a cup of the milk and froth it up, and he enjoyed that substitute. Have distractions ready. So have different toys that they might enjoy, different activities they might enjoy, so that if they are asking, there isn't downtime and you can distract them with something so that they can move on from wanting the breast. And if your toddler is a little clingy during the process, totally understandable. Be available for lots of affection and lots of cuddles to help guide them through the process. So again, I wanted to do a kind of slow and gradual approach. So I started on a Wednesday after school, and on the way home I explained, okay Junior, today's the day, no more milkies, we don't need them anymore. So when we got home, I didn't offer the breast. He immediately asked for it, which was pretty much routine, and I told him no. I explained the evening before to my husband what I was planning on doing, and so he was there and ready to swoop in and take Junior away to play outside and to distract him until he calmed down. We were able to get through our evening routine with dinner and bath time until it was bedtime, and I went ahead and offered the breast. He woke up once that night, and I went ahead and breastfed him then. For both of those breastfeedings though, I shortened the period of time that I did breastfeed. On day 2, Thursday, I was up and ready 15 to 20 minutes before he woke up, and I made sure that I was dressed and I had other things ready to go before he woke up. That way, when he woke up, he wasn't looking to come to my bed, cuddle, and breastfeed the way we typically would. he was up and ready to go as well, so that we could get out of the door without a lot of downtime where he would ask for the breast. I again cut out the after school breastfeeding, but he fussed much less than on day 1. And again, I offered the breast at bedtime and when he woke up once in the middle of the night. And again, I shortened those feeding. On day 3, which was a Friday, we continued with cutting out the morning feeding, cutting out the after school feeding. I continued with the bedtime feeding, however, shortened it. And that night he did not wake up, so I didn't have to do a middle of the night feeding. On Saturday, we cut everything out. So no morning feeding, no after school feeding or after daycare feeding, because I do work on Saturdays. At bedtime, I changed our routine. I had him get a book and we read. When he saw that I was getting a book, he actually surprisingly took the book straight over to the bed and laid down. And so I read him the book, and we have this nighttime ritual. When he was on the breast, I would say, okay, have a really, really good night, okay, and he would nod. And I say, sleep really, really good, okay, and he nods. And then I say, I love you so, so much, okay, and he nods. And I say, do you love mommy? And he nods. And I say, I love Junior. And that's when he gets in the bed. So after I read the book, he was laying in the bed, but I still continued that. And I think that was a source of comfort. I'm not gonna cry, I'm not gonna cry. And he went straight to sleep. I put the book away, I went and turned the sound machine on, cut out the lights, and walked out the room, and he went straight to sleep, and he didn't wake up that night. And on Sunday, we followed the same routine where we cut out all feedings. We read our book in the bed, and he laid straight down to sleep after our nighttime ritual of kind of call and response. And that was that. And I celebrated with a beer at the zoo. So Junior is officially weaned from breastfeeding at 2 years and 1 week. Now remember, every kid is different. This wasn't really a routine that I followed verbatim from any tutorial that I watched. I kind of got different ideas over the last several months until I felt that I was ready. You know your child and you know yourself. So read your child's cues, kind of follow along. I was planning on weaning much faster than that, but I saw that he needed the breast at bedtime a couple more nights, and that was just fine. And here we are, weaned, he's asleep, everything is all good. As always, thank you for watching. If you found the video useful, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and consider sharing to other moms that might find it useful. Consider subscribing to our channel. We'd love to have you along for the journey, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.